And we're back after 2 weeks. Well, those 2 weeks flew by real quick, didn't they? Anyways, to what we're here for. Last video I told you guys that I was working on another soul grinder and that I had another idea for something else that I wanted to do, and the progress on the soul grinder is going pretty good. It looks like this now. Has armor plates on the legs. I thought about making blades on these. I don't know, maybe I'll change up the aesthetic. This is not going to stay green. This is just the plastic. These are the rolls from the thread, the embroidery thread that I use at the shop. I got some rolls that were empty and I cut them up because I figured the plastic is nice and it's not like soft, but it's scissors can get through it. It works pretty good. I decided for the one eye face, the big teeth. It just looks like a big one-eyed plague spreader. No, plague bearer. It looks like a one-eyed plague bearer, but max size. The claw doesn't have armor on it yet, but I think I'll either get around to it or just make it look all rusty and dripping and whatever. The back doesn't have mufflers yet. Still have to figure out how to get to those. Probably gonna put pipes on it like I did on the other one, but you know, one thing at a time. But the way that this is turning out right now is pretty good. At least I like to think so. And then the other thing was the Nurglings that I wanted to bring up now. Granted, Nurglings look like this. This stuff doesn't really sculpt really fine details. I mean, look at these things. They have horns all over the place and hands all over the place and tiny little faces and whatever, but I wasn't going to be able to do something this detailed, obviously. So the proxy that I tried making in the last week so far, I already painted it and everything. I didn't even bother waiting partially to have it done. It's this. And yeah, they're bigger and they don't really have arms sticking out all over the place, and the horns are kind of weird and the faces are kind of big. I don't know, but the bases are the same size. And I don't really see a problem with using these. I mean, they kind of look the part. They match the aesthetic of the army, right? I mean, this guy looks cartoony. Yeah, this big guy in the back looks cartoony. The first model I ever made looks cartoony, has a big bulgy eyes under the sack. So yeah, these quote-unquote proxy Nurglings, yeah, they have the look. They have the cartoonish aesthetic and whatever. They basically go good with the rest of the army's look. So yeah, I think I'll make a couple more of these. Only problem is that I'm doing them in parts. Their bodies are like, I make these little round beads and I drop them on a tray so that they get a flat side, and then that flat side is usually either the bottom or the back, and that's how they have those weird looking little shapes. And I didn't put arms on any of them because I can't get anything that fine. But yeah, I mean, look fine to me. They're supposed to be little annoying happy servants, right? So that's basically what they look like. But yeah, you guys tell me, what do you think about these creepy, annoying little sons of Nurgle?